Welcome, everybody, to day number 2 of the Vainglory Masters series. A little bit of a late start today, but we are about to get started right now. I'm not going to be doing too much talking because I know you guys just want to see the matches, and you guys have been waiting for a while, so we are about to jump in with game number 1, best of 3 between Royal Club and Team Smurf. Now, Royal Club is formerly known as Team Penetrate, and a team that kind of like came onto the scene and started destroying people right away, and really took a lot of people by storm. So this is going to be the first match that we have today, Royal Club versus Team Smurf. Obviously, we saw Team Smurf yesterday go up against Noble Esports on the stream here, but they weren't able to put up any numbers on the board yesterday, but they did have a pretty good showing. They had some great moments early on in the game against Noble Esports, obviously a big powerhouse coming in to the game recently, but hopefully they can make something happen here against Royal Club. It is going to be a tough matchup, but we're going to have to see what happens. Without further ado, we're just going to go ahead and jump right into game number 1 of the day, and let's see if our players are ready. And we'll jump right in. All right, these guys are ready to go. These guys do not want to wait at all, so we're going to go ahead and jump into the game. Game number 1, let's go into the blind picks. Once again, guys, this is the Vainglory Master Series, and we do have kind of different rules going on here than some of the other tournaments going on. And the big thing about this tournament is that this is actually a blind draft. Oh, whoa. That was kind of an oxymoron. A blind pick game. So these matches are all blind pick. And right away, these guys are already locked in. They know what they're playing. No discussion necessary. They're going to get right into it. Once again, these are blind pick games where you cannot play the same hero twice in a row. So your teammate cannot play the same hero. And we have 2 Ringos coming out right away. Going to be quite interesting here. Ringo against Ringo. What else do we have to round out the map? We have Rhyme and Finn, a combo that we've been seeing a lot that's just really deadly. But at the same time, on the other side, we do have a Kroll versus an Arden, which is also a pretty good combo. So a double shield coming on the side of Kroll and Arden. At the same time, we have a double fortified health coming out on Finn and Rhyme. So basically, we have this tank composition coming out with the 2 Ringos in the back trying to do as much damage as they can. We do have a slight variance right away, though. We have Iponyu picking up a Crystal Bit, going for that Crystal Ringo build, and a Weapon Blade on Ringo on the side of WS Bowman. So it is going to be a Weapon Power versus a Crystal Power Ringo going on here. And obviously we're going to have the Crystal Power Rhyme and the Weapon Power Kroll as well. Now the Crystal Power Ringo has taken a slight nerf, but I don't think it's too big of a nerf. I actually think Crystal Power still beats Weapon Power 1v1, but we're going to have to see here, and we're going to see who can CS a little bit better in the lane. Alright, not too much happening early on. Looks like Red Team is trying to get aggressive, but early game Kroll really has a hard time farming, especially against a Rhyme, which just shuts down everybody early on. So the Kroll did take most of his farm, and then he just went ahead and went back. Actually, he took his entire rotation, and he poured it back. Wasn't even trying to buy that middle shop. Didn't even want to take that risk. Both teams are going back and farming. Kroll does not want to fight early on, especially against a Rhyme, a melee hero going up against that Crystal Power hero, or especially Rhyme with the fortified health, and as well as the Root and the Winter Spire. It's going to be very difficult for this Kroll to deal with it. I think the Kroll's job going forward is just going to be to deal with this Ringo, try to take out that Ringo as fast as possible, and hope that it's going to be the Ringo's job to take out this Rhyme. But this might be another fight going on here. A Flare does get put out, a second Flare as well. A trendy name is being very aggressive here, but a scout trap does spot him out. Kroll does not want to fight here again. He's just trying his best to take his farm and run away, but the Finn is coming up in the lane. The Finn and the Rhyme are going up in the lane for a gank. Not that easy for a Finn to gank. Finn is very slow, and Rhyme's abilities are very slow as well, but a nicely landed Achilles shot could be the death. Here comes the first kill to the side of Finn. Great damage coming out there. A nice Achilles shot to slow him down, letting the Ringo get caught up by the Finn, and that's going to be the first kill over to the side of... which team is that? Team Smurf. A slight early lead here. 200 gold for that side. If we take a look at the lane CS here, a slight lead for the side of WS Bowman. It is going to be easier for him to farm with that weapon power Ringo. A little bit easier to last hit, but Iponio is doing a great job as well. 22 to 23 CS, so pretty even, especially considering a death on the side of Iponio. The fact that he can keep up with CS is pretty commendable. All three members of Team Smurf are going to rotate down. A flare gets put out as well, and Krollik has not been able to buy at the middle shop once this entire game. He's had to go port home. He's not even going to try to take this last farm. It's a little bit too dangerous here, and that's going to bring the first piece of CS stolen, but not too big of a deal here. Grasscoon taking some good damage here. Iponio coming in with a little bit of poke damage, but he is that Crystal Power Ringo, and not too much damage coming out of him yet. We're going to have to wait to see him get up some more crystal power before his Achilles shot start to do some damage. And there we go, there's the Achilles shot doing a little bit of damage, but the basic attacks are just not doing too much damage at all. However, Grasscoon is sitting on the ooh, wow, Grasscoon is sitting in the grass. How appropriate. So it's going to be very important for WS Bowman to make sure he stays safe. But meanwhile, on the other side of the map, Care Package is having a hard time against this Rhyme. He's trying to his best to farm. He tried to take his CS, but both of the bad camps, 150 gold, goes over to the side of Josh, and he's going to go port home. Let's see what Krollik's going to try to do. Is he going to try to do some counter juggling here? Nope, I don't think so. But we do have Grasscoon doing a great job there. The Scout Trap does spot him out, but it's going to be too late. The CS was stolen, denied from the Rhyme. However, it is going to be going onto that Arden and not onto that Kroll. So still a advantage for Team Smurf on this side. And if we take a look at the CS inside the jungle, we have 26 to 20. Actually, Kroll has been farming a little bit better than the Rhyme. Interesting there. I think the Rhyme has been trying to counter jungle so much, but oh, a last Achilles shot comes in, a solo kill, but Iponio is in trouble now. The boots do get popped. The boots get popped on the Rhyme as well, and the Winter Spire does not take out Iponio. He's going to survive with a sliver of health. He's going to go port home, and we have a 1-1 game. The gold is still ahead on the side of team, I want to call them Penetrate, but they're now called Royal Club. And we can see that difference comes from the lane, 43 CS to 34 CS. So a lot better job CSing on the side of Iponio. That Crystal Power Ringo is actually doing a better job CSing than that Weapon Power Ringo. Both teams are posturing around. Both roams are sitting in this lane right now. Both roams are sitting on the lane. The laners are just trying to CS now. It looks like they don't want to do too much. Iponio will be able to do a little bit better poke damage with that Crystal Power Achilles shot. But other than that, I don't think they want to, either team wants to kind of commit all in yet. They just want to farm up. They're letting their jungles farm up as well. Rhyme might want to do something against this Krull, but he needs to be careful. The other team could rotate down at any time and make this an easy 3v1. If we take a look at the CS, we have 56 CS to 44 in lane. So once again, that Crystal Power Ringo is being a little bit more effective than the Weapon Power Ringo. And Grasscoon is doing a great job to help deny farm from the side of Team Smurf, just sitting in that grass this whole time. But that also means that the Krull will be a little bit exposed if Red Team does decide to invade. And yes, Team Smurf is trying to invade, but they haven't been able to take any CS yet. Let's see if they're going to be able to take this large CS. It is a one-on-one, but the Rhyme is just so scary here. Krull is going to really have a hard time against... Oh, there's the ultimate. I don't think he was able to take the CS, but the solo kill in lane happens anyway. And that is 2-1, so a relatively low kill game here. Both teams are pretty much content just farming away. So overall, neither team has been extremely aggressive yet. We do have Josh 1213 going in, trying to invade as much as possible, but I think he could have actually done more against this Krull. A Warhorn does get popped just so Iponio doesn't miss as much CS. But he's doing a pretty good job CSing already, and once again, he is a Crystal Power Ringo against a Weapon Power Ringo. He has opted for that Shattered Glass for the first item, so the Achilles shots are really going to hurt. And there's that Achilles shot onto Adian, a trendy name, and look at that damage coming out just from the Achilles shot and a couple basic attacks, just doing so much damage onto that Finn. And Finn being the tankiest character, wow, 285 damage coming on with that Achilles shot as well. The Winter Spire gets put down just to check, and the Winter Spire gets goes in the completely wrong direction. But oh my gosh, Finn is going to get taken out, and he does get taken out. Look at that Crystal Power Ringo coming out. Great damage there. A little bit of an assist from that Arden, but that's going to go ahead and be another kill over to the side of Team Penetrate. It's going to be 4-1 and a 1,400 gold lead for the side of Team Penetrate, but they need to be careful here. If they give up, oh, there comes the Hellfire Fruit. Is it going to be enough? Iponu does not have any potions. He's going to be burning down. Is he going to be able to heal, survive? Yes, he is. Very, very close, but a great job. Grasscoon is trying to help against this CS steal over and over again, but this Rhyme is being just so aggressive going in with the CS steal, and he's been doing a pretty good job CS stealing. However, in the pursuit of stealing CS, he's actually not been farming his own side of the jungle this entire time. So Krull is still ahead in CS. You would think that with all this, but there's a fight breaking out. The fortified health is keeping it alive as long as possible. That minion mind is helping out, and that's going to be another kill. 5-1 to the side of Team Penetrate, and Krull is going to be happy farming away here. But here's some aggression coming up in lane. The Finn is here, but the Ringo is a little bit too far back to help out, and a lot of return damage actually going back over to the Finn. So not a successful game there by any means. This is going to be minion mine. The gold mine is trying to be taken by the side of Royal Club, but the Finn is trying to contest it, but I don't think he's going to be able to do anything here. There's the last damage coming from that Krull. Here's Iponu trying to be very, very aggressive against the Finn. Look at that damage coming out with that Crystal Power. Really, really building up. He has a Shatter Glass, an extra Crystal Bit, and he has an Energy Battery just for a little bit of extra energy regen to land those Achilles shots over and over again. Look at that damage. Oh my gosh. There's a Warhorn getting popped. Grasscoon is going in. He is going to be able to take out the Finn, but is he going to be able to survive here? He's taking a lot of turret damage. One more shot and he's going to die, but he barely managed to survive. Josh 13 wants to go in. Iponu wants to go in as well, but he needs to be careful. He's between two turrets. The Achilles shot lands on him. Nice Vanguard. He's going to get that speed boost to get out of there. Care package is waiting in the grass just in case Team Smurf decides to chase, but very, very smart to back off there. No members die, and it is 7-1. I just keep wanting to call him Team Penetrate. Royal Club, I'm sorry. Royal Club is just doing a great job getting these slight picks. No big team fight has happened so far this game. We are 10 minutes into the game. We haven't seen a single 3v3, but that Crystal Power Ringo is just a beast coming out here. 4-1-1 on the side of Iponu with 90 CS compared to the 78 CS of the opposing Ringo. He is doing a great job here, and a heavy prism on top of that Shatter Glass. But here's another fight. Care package is going in on this Rhyme. Rhyme is trying to build as much fortified health as he can, but he is so low. A care package is going in. He does get the... Nope. Okay, so a nice kill over there. And there goes the... ultimate there, but a nice reflex block is going to be able to keep WS Bowman alive. A couple turret shots is not going to take down that Krull, and this is going to be quite a rough position for the side of Team Smurf here. Grasscoon is going very, very aggressive. WS Bowman could go down with one shot. Care package is going in. He's going to take him out. He's taking turret damage, so he's going to try to get out. The Polite Company pulls him back in, but it is not going to be enough, and that's another kill. 9-1 going to the side of Royal Club, and Grasscoon needs to be careful. Josh is doing a lot of damage. He is a Rhyme, and Rhymes are scary. Starting off with that Broken Myth. First, there's the Forcer Code, grabbing 2 members, but it is not going to be enough. There is a kill over to the side of another kill for the side of Royal Club, and that is a dead Rhyme. Iponu is kind of low. He's low on energy as well. I don't know how much longer he can be aggressive here, but Grasscoon really wants to take this turret down. He is going to take this turret down, but is he going to die for it? He does pop the Warhorn. There is going to be the Hellfire Brute, and this is going to be a hurt Grasscoon, but possibly not a dead Grasscoon here. He is going to have a Vanguard up, and there's that Vanguard. He's going to keep himself alive, and that is a great push over there. 2 turrets down. Krull is being very aggressive. He is the only one on this side of the map from his team, so he's trying to steal some farm, but this a 3v1, he's not going to be able to take a 3v1 right now. He does have an Atlas Pauldron as his first, or an Atlas Pauldron and a Shiver Steel as his completed items, but for offensive items, just the 2 single Swift Shooters, the 2 Swift Shooters, not upgraded to the Blazing Salvo yet. The gold did go over to the side of Rhyme, so you don't often see a Krull trying to steal CS from a Rhyme, but that's what this Krull is doing now. This is going to be another gold mine for the side of Royal Club, and not going to be contested at all. Rhyme is busy taking the minion mine, and that's going to be another 221 gold each to the side of Royal Club, and that is going to be a 7,000 gold lead 12 minutes into the game for that side. This is going to be a hard game to come back from for the side of Team Smurf here. And we know Team Smurf did have a hard time yesterday going up against Noble Esports, and this is going to be their second game for them, and they were looking to pick up a game, but this is I think they're just getting outplayed here. We haven't really seen any big team fights. It's just been these picks going on. Great rotations and great individual fighting skills here. Look at Iponian just going right into the Finn. He does get hooked though. He's getting stunned. He's taking turret damage. There's a Winter Spire, and that's a dead Ringo, but that was a lot of ultimates burned there. We had the Finn ultimate. We had the Rhyme ultimate. I don't know if Royal Club wants to fight. It's going to be very ballsy if they decide to fight here. It is a 2v3, but they are much stronger. There's the Vanguard coming on Care Package. Care Package is going to go right onto the Ringo. The Atlas Pauldron does get popped. The Shiver Steel does get popped as well. He's going to try to take out double as Bowman. There's the Smite, and that's going to be one kill over, but this is now a 2v2, but a very low crawl. There's the Gauntlet, but it's not going to do much because the Rhyme and the Finn just want to be inside the Gauntlet anyway. Care Package is doing a great job healing up. A Fountain did get popped there, and that's going to be a 2 kills going over in a 2v3. There's a stun from a trendy name, but it's not going to be enough. The Warhorn gets popped. This is going to be the last kill. Is this going to be an ace? There's a Smite. I don't think it was an ace. We're about to find out. Ringo did respawn just then, and it is not going to be an ace. It is not going to be an ace, but 3 kills in the first 3v3 team fight going over to the side of Royal Club. I don't even know if we can call that a 3v3 fight, because that was a Ringo getting caught out, and then it ended up being a 2v3 fight, and the 2 members of Royal Club actually managed to beat the 3 members of Team Smurf, and that really tells how far ahead that Royal Club is ahead in gold. And look at that damage coming out on Josh. Josh can't do anything. He gets completely blown up. Solo killed by Iponian, just being chased. And there's the damage on WS Bowman as well. I don't think there's anything that Team Smurf can do. They can hope that this turret's going to help out in these fights, but the burst damage is just way too strong on the side of Royal Club. And this is going to be another turret going down. Finn can't do anything. He's just going to go ahead and back up. There's the Vanguard with the speed boost on Iponian. Iponian's going to go in deep, and he decides just to back off here, and the Warhorn does get popped. And let's see what objectives that they want to go for. We are at 14:44 into the game, so it's very possible that they're posturing for the Kraken. The Scout Trap does spot out Iponian, so I think that Team Smurf knows that Kraken is going to be something that's going to be contested. Are they going to be able to take down this gold mine? They have 4 seconds. 3, 2, 1. I don't think they're going to be able to do it. The Smite. Oh, not quite. Very close, but not able to get that immense gold payout. I think they're going to be going right for Kraken here. Kraken is spawning now, and there it goes. And right away, Royal Club is going for this Kraken. This might be a Kraken steal. Might be the glorious thing that Team Smurf need for a possible comeback, but it's not even going to be contested. All 3 members of Team Smurf are stuck inside their base, and that's going to be a Kraken take for the side of Royal Club, and they're going to be pushing. I actually think this is going to be game. 15.5 minutes into the game, we have a 9,000 gold lead here, and a Crystal Power Ringo just coming online there with the Broken Myth, the Shattered Glass, and the Alternating Current. He's actually going to go for another offensive item. He has the Void Battery and another Crystal here. Probably going to go for it. There's the ult, but the Reflex Block gets Rhyme out. Iponian needs to be careful. This is going to be inside the base, and he's taking a lot of damage, and he has no defensive items. The Hellfire Brew is going to do some damage on that Crow, but that is a dead Ringo, and with that Ringo down, Royal Club, it doesn't have any range heroes left over, and this is going to be 2 melee heroes, 3 if you count the Kraken, but looks like Royal Club doesn't care. They're going to be going for this turret anyway. Look at that damage coming out of the Ardent as well. That's the first turret going down. The Kraken does go down, so this is a dangerous spot here. Both turrets are down, but Grass Coon is getting very low. WS Bowman does get jumped on, but Care Package is going to get taken out here. Oh no, Grass Coon with the Ardent does barely manage to get out with a sliver of health, so that's not going to be an ace, but still 2 kills for the side of Team Smurf, and that's going to be a nice gold payout. A 9,000 gold lead turned into a 6,000 gold lead just like that, but at what cost? Team Smurf does not have a single turret left up. And meanwhile, on the other side, Royal Club does not have a single turret down. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 turrets to 0 turrets, 14 kills to 4 kills, and 33,000 gold to 27,000 gold. Still a very hard game for the side of Team Smurf. They are coming back in gold, 5,000 gold now just from those bounties. But with no turrets up, it might be a little bit too late for that. Looks like Iponia was just a little bit too aggressive there, building no defensive items. Got a little bit too cocky there walking forward. Got hooked into the base. The reflex block did not land. And he just got chain stunned and taken out right away. But looks like Royal Club is unfazed. They're going to be going right into the base. They don't care. They're not going to try to steal farm. They're not going to look for the last minion mine. They just want to go in and try to end the game here with one big team fight. They're still up in gold, but they need to be careful. They might be just going right for the Vein Crystal. The Warren gets popped, but there's a pull on Iponia. It's going to get taken out again. Oh my gosh, once again gets taken out. Care Package is going for the Vein, but he is not... does not do that much damage. Care Package is going to get taken out as well. Oh my gosh, this is going to be a completely clean ace for the side of Team Smurf. The Vein does not go down, and that might have been a crucial mistake for the side of Royal Club. Still, there are no turrets up, but that's 3 kills for 0 going over to the side of Team Smurf. And guess what? A 9,000 gold lead now turned into a 3,000 gold lead. 3,000 gold lead. 19 minutes into the game is not much at all. So now any team fight can go either way, but this is also going to be a crack and take for the side of Team Smurf, and Royal Club can't do anything about it. They might have just been a little bit too aggressive and a little bit too confident going into the late stages of this game. They were ahead by so very much. They're about 9,000 gold, about 13-14 minutes of the game, but now we are at late game. The gold is almost even. A Kraken is knocking on the front door. One thing that Team Smurf needs to be very careful about is going to be that backdoor potential, and Care Package is doing a little bit of sneaky business here. What is he going to do? He's going up against the top edges, but a scout trap, a great scout trap is going to spot him out. This is not going to be a backdoor, and Care Package might actually get taken out here. There are 3 members of Team Smurf here on his heels. Is he going to be able to get away? Care Package is going to be able to get away. Okay, he had the tier 2 boots there. Oh, now trending name is going to get very low here. The ultimate comes out. The reflex block gets popped as well. Care Package is going in right on W's. Oh my gosh, look at that damage there coming out from the ring as well. Iponia does get taken out. However, this is a 2v2. We have a Rhyme versus a Crow, but this is a late game Rhyme. So much fortified health built on that Rhyme. He's not going to go down at all. But however, the Finn does go down. Is Rhyme going to try to run, or is he going to have to fight 2v1? He's going to go ahead and fight. He's going to go after this Kroll. We have shields versus shields. The Atlas Pauldron does get popped, but it's not going to be that effective against the Rhyme. Rhyme is completely out of energy here. Rhyme has no energy. If he had energy, he could have landed the Winter Spires over and over again, but he is actually completely out of energy. The weapon infusion does run out on Crow, but I don't think it's going to matter here. This is going to be the longest fight in the history of fights. This fight's going to last forever. We can go on commercial break and we'll come back and these guys will still be fighting. That's a second ult. This fight has been going on so long that the Kroll has ulted twice, but that is finally going to be the kill over to the side of Care Package. But that was such a close fight. Iponia is still sitting on zero defensive items. Unless if you consider boots as defensive items, but whoa! Did I completely miss a surrender? Wait, what just happened? Wait, what just happened? Did I just like have a stroke and skip like 5 minutes of my life? What is the game still? I'm wondering if the game's still going on. I didn't see a surrender. Did you guys see a surrender? Oh, the Arden backdoored. The Arden I thought the Arden died. I wasn't even paying attention to that. The Arden backdoored. I seriously thought that. Oh my god, that was so sneaky there. I seriously thought like I had a stroke and I missed like 3 minutes of my life. The Arden did backdoor there. I thought the Arden died in that fight. So while the Kroll and the Rhyme were fighting, the Arden ran into the base and actually took down the Vein Crystal by himself. So that is actually game number 1. Going over to the side of Royal Club. Wow. I was actually very scared that Royal Club might throw that game. I think if Team Smurf had like 1 turret left at the end there, they might have been able to come back because the gold was only about 2,000 and 3,000 gold, 2 or 3,000 gold difference at that point. Yeah, it was only about 3,000 gold difference at that point at the end of the game. You know, Royal Club went a little bit too aggressive too many times. We saw Ringo, Crystal Power Ringo on Iponyu build 0 defensive items and getting picked off a lot of times at the beginning of the fight. But those bounties are scary. But however, that is going to be game number 1 going over to the side of Royal Club. And, you know, we're not going to talk too much. We're going to jump right into game number 2. We are running a little bit behind schedule. So let's jump right into game number 2. And that's going to be a blind pick. And once again, to go over the rules, the teams cannot play any of the same heroes again. So we cannot see a Ringo. We cannot see a Rhyme. I mean, you could play heroes that the other team played, but some of the heroes that we did see play, we saw Arden, Finn, Rhyme, and we saw 2 Ringos, and we saw a Krull. So once again, these teams cannot repeat the heroes that they already played. So we're going to have a completely new game here. It's going to be interesting to see if any of the teams decide to play the heroes that the other team played, possibly thinking they could play it a little bit better. So far, I'm seeing a completely different team. So this is always exciting when we see completely fresh heroes going around. And here we go. We have a completely new composition all around. We have a Sky, Glaive, and Catherine on the side of Team Smurf, and we have a Blackfeather, Fortress, and a Celeste on the side of Royal Club. So I'm trying to think if any of these heroes we saw last game. Nope. Neither team played any of these heroes last game, so a completely new set. That's one thing that's great about VMS. We can see heroes that you might not see as much. Now, Celeste is one hero that I do want to highlight. Celeste is a hero that did not see a lot of play for a long time, but has recently started to come back into play and into popularity. One hero that I compare Celeste to a lot is Scarf. So Scarf and Celeste are both hard-hitting backline, crystal power carries with not a lot of defensive or escape abilities. However, when I did see Scarf come back in the meta, I really thought Celeste would come back in the meta as well, but we didn't really see that. Everyone really favored that Scarf, but now we see Celeste starting to get played again, and you know, I'm really excited to see what we can see by Iponyu on this Celeste. And another thing to note is Iponyu and Care Package have actually switched roles here. So we do have Iponyu in the jungle, and we do have Care Package in the jungle, but we have an early fight here. Celeste in the jungle. I don't know why I didn't point that out. We do have Celeste in the jungle here, not in the lane. So another little interesting thing here. Celeste does have a really good clear, in the jungle with that Supernova. So a decent job there, but Sky is doing a lot of damage here. Early game Sky at level 2. Did a lot of damage on Grasscoon. Iponyu does not want to chase here. Iponyu is getting very, very low, but so is Josh, and there's going to be the first kill. That's 2 kills over to the side of Royal Club. So an early 2 kills going over there. A great play, a Celeste and Fortress combination, defeating that Catherine Sky combination, and 2 early kills going over to the side, and they're also going to be able to steal a little bit of farm here as well. If we take a look at the lane, we have WS Bowman with 8 CS to the 7 CS of Care Package, so pretty even in lane, but neither laner is doing a great job CSing. We did see both laners come down and try to rotate, but at the same time, these are both melee heroes, so it's interesting to see if these guys want to be more aggressive, or do they just want to kind of like passively dance around each other trying to CS. Looks like for now, not too much aggression, and just as I say that, here's a little skirmish going on. WS Bowman is just completely ignoring this Blackfeather and trying to just farm up. He does have that Book of Eulogies, but oh my gosh, here's the damage! Care Package got backdoored. I don't even know if you can call that a backdoor, but he got ganked from behind. Whoa, kinky. He got ganked from behind there. A nice job and a nice afterburn coming in for that stun, and that's going to be a kill over to the side of Team Smurf. But be careful here. Grasscoon and Iponyu are in a bad position here. They're on the wrong side of the map. Josh is going to go right in onto Grasscoon. He is dishing out the damage, but the minions are actually blocking. Iponyu does run away, but that is going to be a dead Fortress. Iponyu is trying to get out of here, but she is trying to get is in a really, really bad position. There's the stun, and that's going to be another kill, and that's 3 easy kills going over to the side of Team Smurf, and they're going to go right back to farming, and we have an even gold game here, 5,000 gold to 5,000 gold, and we've got ourselves a game, guys, a little bit closer than the last game started out. Lane CS is pretty much even, jungle CS is pretty much even all across the board here, actually. Team Smurf is doing a good job counter jungling here, and that's going to give them a slight gold lead, about 500 gold lead. They were the first ones back into their CS, back into their farm, and they also went ahead and took the enemy or the opponent's CS as well. So that's going to be a slight lead for them, and these little leads do add up. Care Package went in deep on WS Bowman, but he's not going to want to stay too long. We do have Josh and a trendy name coming into the jungle, or coming into the lane bush, to wait for a potential gank here, and Care Package has to be very careful. He's only level 4. He's not level 6 yet, so a Blackfeather at level 4 is pretty prone to ganks. Once he hits level 6, it's very easy for him to use his ultimate to get out of there, avoid the afterburns, avoid the stuns, but not quite there yet. And meanwhile, Celeste is actually trying to do some counter jungling of herself, and this is going to be another 2v1. Once again, Iponio is in a bad position, but a nice stun. Fortress is coming in for the assist, and Fortress is here, and looks like both teams might just back off here. Yep, looks like both teams are just going to go ahead and back off here and go back to CSing. Meanwhile, Glaive is doing the counter jungling himself. He saw that there was a skirmish going on the left side of the map, so he went ahead, ran to the right side, stole the backs, but is he going to be able to get out of here alive? I don't think Iponio knows that he's actually here. How is WS Bowman going to decide to do this? Oh, but he can actually go back in. Here's a pincer, and there's all 3 members here. And that's going to be 1 dead member of Royal Club, and that's going to be 2 dead members of Royal Club, and all of a sudden, Team Smurf has a 400 gold lead here. That's going to be a few more kills over to their side. Josh is trying to kill this minion mine with no energy left over. But once again, more counter jungling going on the other side of the map, as Care Package does get a response to that jungle steal by getting his own jungle steal, and a great job here as well. So these guys are doing a great job trying to counter jungle each other, but it's pretty much evening out all across the board. But here's Care Package going in aggressive on WS Bowman. He's doing a lot of damage here. But nope, I'm just going to go ahead and back off. Definitely a risky position, as Catherine is in that bush. If we take a look at the builds, not too much coming out yet. Oh, we have a fight coming out. WS Bowman's very low. He wanted in for the afterburn, but he doesn't get a stun off. He doesn't manage to hit his target. And this is a 2v3 while Celeste is still farming up. So Celeste is going to have a slight advantage here. And we do see 36 CS to 26 CS in the jungle, just because Sky is spending a little bit more time in the lane and in the bushes waiting for a gank, while Celeste is doing a better job farming and being very active as soon as his camps are up. There's a stun on Grasscoon, but a Fortress is pretty tanky. Not that tanky early on in the game, but he's getting taken down to half. Josh needs to be careful. He's running low on energy, so if a fight does break out, Josh and a trendy name both are low on energy, so if a fight does break out, they're at a severe disadvantage here. I thought that was a Warhorn, but I guess that was a passive from Fortress, and a little bit of Farm Seal coming on. All 3 members of Team Smurf are looking for a gank. There's a stun onto the Celeste. That's the target that you want. The afterburn goes down, but the boots do get popped. Celeste is going to be able to not get out. The ultimate does come out. Doesn't do enough damage. A death from above doesn't quite land, but Iponio is very, very low. Trendy name might go down to this minion mine, and he does go down. Iponio is running for his life, but WS Bowman is going to have an afterburn in 1 second. There's the afterburn and the kill, and a nice little skirmisher. I think it was pretty even. I want to say that was a 2-for-1. I wasn't actually keeping track. But 2-for-1 over to the side of Team Smurf, and we have 7-3 going down there. And once again, Sky was able to steal some CS there. 57 CS to 57 CS in lane, but WS Bowman is taking a lot of damage from this Blackfeather. Blackfeather just a really, really strong skirmisher, 1v1. Really hard for Glaive to deal with him, especially with Fortress chilling out in this grass the entire time. Celeste is okay solo farming while Team Smurf is moving together. If we do take a look at the support items, looks like Catherine is going for that fountain first, while Fortress is going for that Warhorn. There's the afterburn onto Care Package. Care Package is getting very, very low. He's going to try to ult out. He manages to survive there. Wow, look at that. The supernova damage coming out from Iponio is just so much, and all the members of Team Smurf are just so low here. If they take any damage from Celeste, they can go down. Iponio is doing a great job dropping those Heliogenesis all over the map, so that if Team Smurf can't even walk forward here. If they try to walk forward, one supernova can, if it just clips him, it's just going to do so much damage. And there's a Heliogenesis landing, there's a supernova landing, and the damage from Iponio is just so much. Just sitting on a heavy prism and a piercing shard, Is that called the Piercing Shard? I think it's called the Piercing Shard. And he's going to be going for that Broken Myth first item. Oh, Ipony needs to be careful here. He's all by himself, so if a trending name goes for him for that stun, this could be trouble. Josh is going to go in aggressive, though. There's a stun that does not land. The death from above does not land as well. Ipony is getting very, very low, and he does get taken out by a trendy name. So another kill over to the side of Team Smurf, and this is a complete opposite of last game where we saw Royal Club being the one that got these picks. This game looks like Team Smurf wants to be more aggressive in these team fights and force more team fights, and they're actually winning more of these fights that are going on, these 3v3 team fights. And we do see 8-3, but however, even though it is 8-3 over to the side of Team Smurf, Royal Club is actually ahead in gold by about 500 gold, and I think the difference there is going to be in the CS. So we do have, I'm going to have to eat my words there because the CS is actually pretty much even. So I'm trying to figure out where this gold difference is coming from. Well, now we're even in gold, so 200 gold difference here. So just a slight difference in CS is going to be that gold difference. But we might have another fight, but this is a 2v3. Celeste is not here. I'm not sure why Royal Club went so aggressive in there. It's like both teams are just going to go ahead and back off here. This whole time, Celeste has just been farming by himself, and Celeste does have an 8 CS advantage at this point, but Sky is going to go back into her own jungle as well, try to even up that CS. Let's see what Royal Club wants to do. Great job checking that bush. Don't want to face check anything there. Grasscoon comes in from behind, but now he's all by himself. He gets stunned by the afterburn. Grasscoon is taking a lot of damage. The death from above does manage to clip Grasscoon. He is going to go down here. Care Package is going to be the next damage. There's the damage from Sky. Care Package is going to be the second one down. And Iponyu is getting very, very low too. WS Bowman going in deep. And that's going to be a clean ace over to the side of Team Smurf. Team Smurf is just doing a great job this game with the engagements. Grasscoon was caught out of position there. Both members, Care Package and Iponyu, did walk up the right side of that lane bush, while Grasscoon walked up to the left side in enemy territory by himself, and he does get taken down. And from there, it was just an easy 2v3 fight, and that's going to be a nice gold swing for the side of Team Smurf, and all of a sudden, they're up 2,000 gold, a turret down, gold mine taken, and now it's up to Royal Club to make something happen. A nice jungle steal as well, so not only taking the gold mine and taking the turret, but being very active around the map, taking the jungle farm. Grasscoon walked in, face checked the bush again, and he's going to get taken out right away. Care Package is going to be the next target. Care Package is getting low, but he does have his ultimates to try to get away, but now Iponyu is on the wrong side of the map. Iponyu is probably going to get taken down. I don't see how he can survive. There's one stun, there's two stuns, there's the damage coming out, and that's going to be 2 kills for 0 for the side of Team Smurf. But Josh wants to chase, but he is very, very low on energy, so he's going to go ahead and back off. But another 2 kills going on, so all of a sudden Team Smurf is coming online. WS Bowman is just doing a great job with those afterburns. They're just all on point, getting the key targets, getting that Celeste, knocking Fortress away, just doing a great job all around with the CSing. And you know, once again, we have a double stun, technically a triple stun, but we do have that reliable stun on the afterburn and on that Catherine, and then we have a potential stun from the death from above as well. But a trending name all of a sudden gets caught out of position, face checks the wrong side of the lane, and trending name is going to get taken down. So that's 1 kill back over to the side of Royal Club with that bounty gold, 1.5 thousand gold ahead for the side of Team Smurf. And this game is starting to get pretty close now at 12 minutes into the game. Iponyu is trying to steal as much CS as possible. This has kind of been a theme through both matches that we've seen so far, but Josh is getting caught out of position. The ultimate comes down. Josh is not going to go down yet. Wow, a great fountain does get popped by WS Bowman and managed to keep Josh alive, and a great afterburn knocking away the Fortress as well. But you know, Royal Club is being very aggressive here. They want to fight. They're going to go ahead and steal this minion mine. They now have control of both minion mines, and let's see what they want to do next. Team Smurf is waiting in the lane bush, but trending, they need to be careful. Oh, Care Package is here by himself, but this guy is nowhere to be found as well. Does Care Package actually want to fight here by himself? That was I'm questioning the decision there. He kind of just went for it, didn't try to run away at all. But now we have a 2v3. Sky is back here. iPonyu gets stunned up, and iPonyu is going to get taken out. Grasscoon is the last member alive. A little bit of a lack of coordination there, kind of trickling into the fight one at a time, getting taken out. Grasscoon wants to poke in and see if he can steal this gold mine, but WS Bowman is going to have none of that, making sure to zone him out of the way. And this is going to go and be a gold mine for the side of Team Smurf. 208 gold each, furthering the gold lead. Almost 2,000 gold now, so every time Royal Club tries to come back with a kill of their own, Team Smurf is doing a great job picking off members, catching members of Royal Club out of position, and still a pretty close game considering the kill score of 15-5. Guys, if you guys are just joining us, this is round 2, or this is day 2 and game 2 for Royal Club versus Team Smurf. Royal Club, formerly known as Team Penetrate. And so far we have 1-0. Royal Club did win the first game, and we are in the second game now. This is a best of 3 series, so if Royal Club does win this, this is going to be a match over. But I think Team Smurf is doing a great job here with the second game. A lot of damage coming out with the Heliogenesis. Really, really annoying dealing with a Celeste sitting on the back line just poking over and over again. But it looks like Royal Club is just going to go ahead and back off. They're going to go ahead and buy. Black Feather is going to double infuse here, so that's going to be very, very valuable for the next fight. We have 3 infusions here on the side of Royal Club and 0 on the side of Team Smurf. But that might change soon as Team Smurf realizes that Royal Club is infusing. They might decide to grab a few on their own. We do have 1,000 gold on Josh and 800 on WS Bowman, so infusions can get picked up if they decide to. The Kraken does get popped. That means we are at the 15-minute mark. No dominant team yet. We have 1 turret down this entire game at 15 minutes. Both teams are kind of posturing around and weren't able to take out any turrets except for the one early on in the game. But all of a sudden, Royal Club is just going to go for the Kraken. They have no fear here. They know that Team Smurf is in the area, but Team Smurf might not even know that this Kraken is getting stolen. Oh my gosh, they're going to go for it. It's a 50-50. Black Feather does get the Kraken. That's going to be a Kraken over for the side of Royal Club, but we do have a 3v3 fight here. WS Bowman is going in deep against iPonyu, and iPonyu is getting very, very low, but the Sky does get taken out on the other side. WS Bowman is doing so much damage. He is going to try to take out Grasscoon. Grasscoon doesn't go down. There's the stun. All members of Royal Club are very, very low, but a nice snipe on the ultimate there is going to keep him alive. Is Catherine going to be able to do this? Catherine is getting low, and oh my gosh, every member of Royal Club just got so low in the fight there, but the focus fire wasn't quite there. Great disengages by Care Package and iPonyu getting out when they were low, and that's going to be a clean ace for such a close fight. To see a clean ace there is absolutely amazing, and we have a full health Kraken knocking down at the front door of the base of Team Smurf. We have the poke damage coming in from behind from Celeste, and this is going to be very, very hard for Team Smurf to defend. Let's see how far Royal Club wants to push this. That's already 2 turrets down. Kraken is still at half health. I wonder if they're going to keep pushing with this Kraken. I think they're just going to go ahead and back off here, and the Kraken is going to be going down. A lot of damage coming out from Clave and Sky, so the Kraken took down 2 turrets. Definitely worth, and once again an ace going over to the side of Royal Club as well. So the 1 to 2,000 gold deficit that they were at the entire game gets deleted just with that slight exchange, and now we're even. I mean, part of that had to be luck, because that was a 50-50 Kraken there, and I would actually think that a Sky with the Series Strike or a Glaive with the ultimate would be better contestants to take, or even the Catherine with the stun would have been better contestants to take that Kraken, but instead Black Feather was actually the one to take the Kraken with the execute. A flare does get taken out. A stun gets put down on Grasscoon. There's the death from above. It does land on Grasscoon. He gets stunned up. The ultimate does get popped by Grasscoon, but is it too little too late? They're going to go in deep. iPonyu is not doing any damage on the backside here. There she goes. She's going to be landing the Helios. The ultimate comes out. Oh my gosh, we got some lag there, but iPonyu does manage to take out the Glaive. Sky is still alive though, but iPonyu is full health and almost full energy as well. Catherine and Sky are both very low health and low energy, so Catherine or Celeste might want to fight here. Oh, Sky did manage to port home, but Catherine is still on the map. I don't think Iponia wants to chase too far because Sky can meet up, and this can be a dirty 2v1. Iponia is just going to go ahead and check some scout traps. I think she's going to try to take as much farm as she can. If she goes in too deep, this is dangerous. She might be overextending here. Catherine is low. Iponia has to know that there's going to be a Sky nearby. The stun does get landed. Josh is here. He's going to land the straight strike, the forward barrage, and I don't see any way that Iponia could survive this exchange. Oh, we gotta land the abilities though. Oh my gosh, Iponia is actually doing a great job here with that Eve of Harvest, healing him up, and that's gonna be a dead Celeste either way. And just a little bit of an overextension. They're just going way too deep. The death timers aren't too long right now. They are pretty high, but they're not too long. And Sky didn't die. Sky just ported home to get her items healed up and join the fight again. And that was an unnecessary death going over to the side of Royal Club. And I think all 3 members died there. So I think that was a 3-for-1 exchange on that fight. This is starting to become a relatively bloody game. 19-9 kills, but only a 300 gold difference between these two teams. We do have 1 turret down for the side of Team Smurf and 3 turret down for the side of Royal Club. So that Kraken push really made the difference there. The infusions are getting picked off, and every member of Team Smurf did pick up a double infuse, so that's going to be 6 infusions on their side and 0 infusions on the side of Royal Club. So if Royal Club, wants to fight here, they're going to be at a deficit. They're at the shop, but I don't think anybody has money to buy infusions. The only member that did buy infusions is the Roam player, so only the Fortress is double infused. And again, every single member of Team Smurf is double infused. They might want to force the Kraken here or force a fight. This is a great position for them, and that's exactly what they're going to be doing. They're going in. A trendy name does get a stand, but it was stunned, but it's going to be on the Fortress, not on the Celeste. Care package is getting very, very low. Nice job dodging out the afterburn, but care package is getting very, very low. A trendy name might be trying to take him out by himself. The first death is going to be Grasscoon on the Fortress, the first one to go down, the only one with the infusions as well. So now we have 0 infusions against 6 infusions. I don't think Team Smurf wants to chase. They're just going to be going for this Kraken, and I think they're going to get it. We're going to see if Celeste wants to try to do something here. It looks like she's going to just go ahead and port home. I thought she might try for a sneaky little snipe with her ultimate. Her ultimate is up, but it's not going to be launched in time, and that's going to be a Kraken over to the side of Team Smurf. 6 infusions, or 5 infusions now. One just ran out. 5 infusions now for the side of Team Smurf, and a Kraken knocking on the front door. We have 4 turrets up left. Let's see how much they can do. Meanwhile, Sky is stealing the opponent's minion mine as well, so now we have both minion mines over to the side of Team Smurf. Gonna give them even additional power for that push. These guys are going to be knocking down the first turret here. Let's see what they can do. Let's see what Royal Club wants to do to help defend this. Are they going to be going for the Kraken? Are they going to be going for kills? Are they just going to try to poke here? We do have some pretty good poke damage coming out of Celeste, so that might be a viable strategy, but the Helios and the Supernovas are just not landing at this point. Kraken is still relatively healthy, but as Team Smurf backs up, Kraken is starting to get chunked down. Let's see what Team Smurf wants to do. Josh is trying to do as much poke damage as he can, but the Celeste is just doing such a great job with the AoE splash damage, attacking the Kraken and attacking the members of Team Smurf. There's a forward barrage trying to do as much damage as possible. I don't even know what that's called. The ultimate comes out, but that's not going to be enough. Celeste does get taken out. Kraken goes down as well, but I think Team Smurf might not even care. They're just going to be going for this turret here. Might be a little bit of an overextension. Care package is going in with full health. Grasscoon's full health. A great death from above lands on both members. That's going to be a dead Black Feather, and Grasscoon is the only one left alive. The death numbers are pretty high here. 47 seconds here on this dead Black Feather and 30 seconds on this dead Celeste. So Fortress is the only one left defending, and his double infusions are going to run out. But Team Smurf is just going to back off. They're going to be content stealing the CS, stealing the jungle camps of the side of Royal Club. But oh, maybe they changed their mind. I think they actually changed their mind. This was actually strange that they had wasted some time here. So even though they decided to go for the turrets, now they wasted about 20 seconds of death timers that could have potentially been used to take more turrets, but that's going to be 1 turret. I think that's a great decision there to back off there. 1 turret gets taken, and they're going to go ahead and back off, but that means that there's, oh my gosh, that means that there's low battery. That means that there is only 1 turret left for the side of Royal Club. Royal Club, once again, did take game number 1, but game number 2 isn't, Team Smurf looks like they're in commanding position here. Actually, I can't really say commanding position because we do have 1 turret to 2 turrets, so actually relatively close here. But we do have the momentum on the side of Team Smurf as they managed to win the last few team fights. Did manage to get the Kraken, and once again, they're infused up, but we do have infusions on the side of Royal Club as well. We have infusions all across the board. The Atlas Pauldron does get popped onto the Black Feather. Black Feather's going in for Sky, but he gets taken out. There's the Afterburn onto Grasscoon, but they don't... Josh doesn't care. He's going to go right in for Iponia. Iponia gets deleted, and Grasscoon's the last one alive. If he goes down, this is going to be game, and that's going to be a clean ace for the side of Team Smurf. They don't care about the minion wave. They don't care about the Kraken. They're just going to be running right into the base of Royal Club. WS Bowman taking the shortcut, jumping over that wall, and this is going to be game number 2, going over to the side of Team Smurf. The crits are coming out, the last turret does go down, and the Vein Crystal is going to be the last target. Death timers are nowhere near respawn time, and game number 2 goes over to the side of Team Smurf Bloodstrong. GG, and we have a tied series here, 1-1, going into game number 3 with the blind pick. I mean, I think that was definitely a better showing for the side of Team Smurf. Obviously, they won, so, the fact that they won, you would say that's a better showing. But, Royal Club had a pretty dominant game in game number 1. The early game was pretty even, but as it started to get to late game, I think Royal Club was up by about 9,000 gold at one point. They almost threw the game midway, but after a while, it was a pretty dominant game. Game number 2, Team Smurf did come back. They had some better picks. I think the Glaive pick was a great pick there. WS Bowman was just very, very effective there on the Glaive. Great afterburns. Now, the thing that I'm wondering is I haven't seen any game go to game 3 yet. So we've already had 2 games already. We've seen Black Feather, we've seen Sky, Glaive, we've seen Ringo, Finn, Catherine, Arden, Fortress. These guys cannot play the same hero twice. So now that we've already played 2 games, both teams have already played 6 heroes. So both teams have played 6 heroes, so those are 6 heroes that cannot be played in this final game going into game 3. So game 3 is going to be really the test of who has a deeper champion pool and who can come out and pull out some heroes that we might not have seen. I need to invite these guys back in. So really looking forward to that. Really looking forward to game number 3. Trying to see what these guys play. A lot of people kind of have like their mains, right? And I think everyone has like their favorite hero and maybe like their secondary hero that they play. I'd say that I would guess that the pro players have kind of like a small pool of like 3 heroes that they really feel comfortable on. I'm sure these guys can play any hero, but generally players tend to have kind of a small pool of heroes that they consider their favorite heroes, the heroes that they're most comfortable on in any situation. So we're going into a blind pick in game number 3. We're going into a blind pick in game number 3. Once again, Team Smurf versus Royal Club. Game number 3, whoever takes this is going to be the winner of this series. So the winner of the series gets 3 points and the loser gets 0 points. So we're going to see what pops out now. There are some heroes, some popular heroes that we have not seen yet. So I do expect to see those guys pop out as well. All right, just waiting for these guys to pick. I think these guys are thinking. One team has already locked in, so they know what they're doing. But the other team, I can't really say which one is which yet. But the other team is thinking. One of the teams is thinking. Hasn't hovered over any heroes yet. So I think there's some discussion going on there. Hero selections are coming out. Ooh, this is going to be an interesting series here. So we do have the picks coming in for game number 3. We do have some repeat heroes, but played on the other team this time. So we do have a Scarf, Glaive, and Finn coming in on the side of Royal Club. And then we have on Team Smurf, Vox, Krull, and Arden. So we did see Krull on the other team. We saw Finn on the other team. We saw Arden. We did see Glaive, and well, that's it. So we saw the new heroes that we're seeing this game are Scarf and Vox. So we have not seen Scarf or Vox being played yet. I'm assuming both of those guys are going to be played in the Crystal Power role. Let's see who is the better Glaive, who's the better Krull. We did see last game WS Bowman was a monster on that Glaive. We did see Krull being played by Care Package in the first game, so a little bit of a role switch there. and we're going to see who can dominate. Scarf, obviously a hero that we've been seeing a lot. Very, very popular in this meta, and has been popular for a while now. Just a crazy damage dealer from the backside. Does have the utility with the goop, with the slow, and the ultimate. Just doing massive, massive AoE damage. And then we have the front line of the Glaive Finn combination. Now, this is the point where I actually wonder, is Grasscoon comfortable on Finn, or did he just play Finn because he's forced to play Finn? So I've seen Grasscoon has played Arden and Catherine, so I wonder if he's as comfortable on Finn as those two heroes. Now, a trendy name, I would assume that he's pretty good on Arden. I think Arden's a pretty staple for any roam player, but you know, we're seeing a lot of these heroes coming out, but we already have a first fight going on. Care package with the afterburn. Oh, the stun does not land on or does land, but it's not a stun yet because it's not overdriven. But the first little skirmish comes out, but no kills going down, and both teams are just going to go ahead and back off here, and I think that's pretty smart all around. Iponio is doing a lot of poke damage on WS Bowman, however. If you take a look at the CS, 7 CS and 9 CS, so WS Bowman doing a little better of a job CSing early on in the game. He does have that light shield to help defend against Iponio, those basic attacks, and the Spitfire. It's just going to do so much damage to WS Bowman over time, and very, very annoying to deal with. But with that light shield, it's going to give him a little bit more sustain in lane and allow him to just CS up. Kind of demonstrates that he's not trying to go aggressive right now, just trying to sustain and CS until he can get his few core items, and then he's going to come online there. Krull is going for that defensive build. He does have an O card. He did pick up an O card after that Swift Shooter, so I think he's going to be going for that Shiver Steel first, which makes sense going up against a Scarf. Krull's job this game is basically just to lock up that Scarf, but Scarf is not as easy to kill as he used to be. Now that Scarf has a fortified health on his ultimate, it's a lot harder to burst him down, and with an Eve of Harvest that Iponio will inevitably pick up, most likely, just not the same burst down hero that he used to be. Krull is going to be the first one back to his farm. We do have even CS in the jungle, as both junglers have just taken their own CS on their side of the map, and pretty even CS in the lane as well. But WS Bowman is going to go down and be the first one to buy in his own shop. Let's see what he ends up picking up. Expecting a Crystal Power build here, so he is going to be going for that Blazing Salvo just for a little bit of attack speed and that Crystal Bit, so going towards that Alternating Current as a first item. A Flare does get put down. A great job not face checking that bush, as Grasscoon was waiting in that bush. And the Polite Company does pull in the members, but Grasscoon is all by himself. There's no follow-up damage, so Grasscoon is just going to go ahead and back up as Iponio does go home and buy. Now, one thing I do have to note that is Iponio is not a member of Royal Club. Iponio is actually, I believe, a member of Phoenix. Don't quote me on that, but I believe Iponio is a member of Phoenix, but he's actually a sub coming in for Royal Club. There was an emergency, and Royal Club did not have the necessary players, so you know, they followed the rules, and there is a rule that says that you can have a substitute, approved substitute. So that's what's going on here for people that are wondering why these guys don't have that team tag, or why Iponio is playing on this team right now. That's what's going on. A trending name's just chilling out in this grass. There's a scout trap there, so he doesn't necessarily have to sit there, but I think he just wants to have some bush control there. Iponio is doing a lot of damage. WS Bowman is trying to do a little bit of return damage, but it's not going to be enough. Iponio, you know, Scarf with just a couple Crystal Bits does so much poke damage over and over again. Josh has the From the Shadows Empower Me passive ability. It's going to give him that speed boost as he sits in that grass, but the more that Krull sits in the grass, the more it means that he's not going to be farming, but he's going to be going in for Iponio. But there's the Polite Company and the fortified health from Finn, keeping that Scarf alive. I just realized Scarf is actually going to have a double fortified health now, because he's going to have the fortified health from his ultimate as well as the fortified health from the Finn. So it's going to be really hard to actually take down any member of Royal Club with that fortified health from the Finn. Krull is the first one back to a CS, but we do have a 3v2 in lane. Members of Team Smurf are doing a good job hugging their turret, not wanting to walk too forward into the lane, knowing that Grasscoon might be in that grass, and the Flare does spot him out. So They're very aware that Grasscoon is chilling out in the bush. Trinity tries to face check the bush just to make sure. I think he ran out of flares. He did run out of flares. He does drop a scout trap in that grass. I don't know if that's actually in the bush, but trying to help keep WS Bowman safe. I see WS Bowman backing up after Finn walked into that grass, so I think that scout trap does spot whoever's inside that grass. I think it is in place. Overall, a pretty quiet game here, just a CS game. A slight, a few skirmishes going on here and there. We do have a 1,000 gold lead over to the side of Royal Club. Just a little bit better CSing overall. We have 37 to 29 in the jungle and 59 to 49 in the lane. So about 10 CS both in the lane and the jungle. It's going to be about 1,000 gold. So even though not too much action going on, the CS game, the fact that Care Package is spending as little time in the lane as possible and being very active, going back into this jungle and farming, is giving him that slight CS advantage. Krull is spending more time in the lane, trying to get ganks off, unsuccessful ganks off, which do cost. A great scout trap there is going to see all members inside that grass. It's going to keep Team Smurf safe, but now we have a reverse role where Krull is going to be the one that's farming, while Glaive and Finn are going in, but are they going to go for a turret dive here? The turret is low, so they might be actually just going right in for the turret. The turret does go down. Care Package is getting very, very low, though, but Krull is nowhere to be found, and that's going to be a free turret over to the side of Royal Club. The first turret in the game, and the gold lead expands to 2,000 gold, and they're going to go into the jungle, see if they could steal any CS. I think they're ready to fight now. Scarf does have the Broken Myth, so his first completed item, and Scarf is going to be packing quite a punch here. Meanwhile, Krull is being sneaky. You see that the turret was taken and that all members of Team Smurf rotated down. So he actually went through the lane to try to steal some farm. He did take one. He's going to be able to take this last one as well. And I think he's going to be able to pour it home, but that was an immense gold payout. Definitely worth it for the side of Royal Club. Just a back CS for 223 gold each. And, on top of that, Care Package is going to do a little bit of counter jungling on his own. If there's anything to take, they're going to be going for the minion mine. This is a little bit dangerous because the minion mine will be doing some damage to the side of Royal Club if Team Smurf decides to engage. But they're just going to go ahead and back off. And look at this. Royal Club has no fear here. They're just going to walk right into the jungle, take the CS, even though they know that Team Smurf is hanging out not too far away. They're going to be going right in. iPony is getting very, very low here. A fortified health is going to keep him alive. A nice stun, but it doesn't land on the right target. Care Package is trying to take out the members of Team Smurf. The silence goes down, but the damage does not. But that is a very, very low WS Bowman. He does pop a potion, which is going to heal him up just a little bit, but if an afterburn from Care Package goes back in there, WS Bowman can get blown up instantly from that glaive. That might not even be necessary because we do have a Scarf that's going to be doing that damage from the backside. He's going to be doing some great poke damage if he can land that Spitfire. Trinity is going to go home. He was sitting on quite a bit of gold, so he's going to try to build toward his first item, but he still doesn't have a Fountain of Renewal yet. We do have a Warhorn completed on the side of Finn, so we do have a Fountain coming in for the first item as for a trendy name, but not completed yet. So no completed item for the side of Team Smurf in terms of support items. We do have a Shiver Steel on that Krull as his first item and building into that Blazing Salvo, picking up a little damage on that Light Shield as well against that Scarf that can be so annoying. But on the other side, we already have a Sorrow Blade picked up from the Glaive, Swift Shooter, Minion Foot, and a Light Shield just for a little bit of damage and a little bit of shield against that Fox. If we take a look at the Scarf, Scarf is going for that Broken Myth. Eve of Harvest builds. The Broken Myth has already been picked up. Building towards that Eve of Harvest, and once that Eve of Harvest does get built, that's a huge power spike for Scarf where he can just go ahead and, but hold that thought, we do have a Gauntlet and does land on Iponia, but the fortified health keeps him alive. Care Package is going in on Josh, but WS Bowman has free reign on the back line, but it might not be enough. There's the hook, pulling WS Bowman in. He was trying to get away, but he's going to go down, and Afterburn wipes him out. Josh is getting so low. He does get that kill, but the Spitfire is going to pick him off, and that's going to be an ace over to the side of Royal Club, and that's going to be 3 for 1 ace, and this is going to be a turret down. Grasscoon and Iponia are trying to DPS this down as fast as possible. What are they going to be going for next? Gold mine is already more than half full, so this might be the next target. Looks like Grasscoon is making a beeline for that gold mine. He's going to go for it himself. He's going to punch and kick and stomp and everything he can to take this gold mine out while the Scarf tries to steal as much CS as he can, but he's getting very low. This is very, very dangerous here. Krull is walking forward. He does have the tier 2 boots. He does have the Vanguard. Is he going to be able to get that dash off? This is a really, really bad position for... Oh, Josh goes in, but there's all 3 members here. Vox is going to be here as well, but Royal Club is low. The gold mine is going to get taken by by the Finn, so that is an immense gold payout. That does go over to the side of Royal Club, but they are very low. I don't know if they actually want to fight here. They're positioning like they do want to pick a fight, but you know, Team Smurf has more health here, but WS Bowman gets actually absolutely blown up by that afterburn. The glaive burst damage was just way too much, and the scarf is coming in with sustained damage from the back line. Just landing the Spitfires. A trending name is getting very, very low. Josh is low as well. I think Iponia wants to chase, but he needs to be careful because Kroll is waiting in that bush. And if he can get the shield, if he can get the smite off and heal himself up, he's going to be back to a health where he can skirmish and take out both members of Royal Club. So Royal Club just playing it safe. They're going to go ahead and back off. But that's still going to be a kill over to the side, to their side. Care package, this build is just, you know, just so much damage coming in. The crits are just landing. I don't know if it's just RNG luck or what, but the crits are just landing so much, and WS Bowman can't do anything. Just gets blown up. He does not have a reflex block, so I think that would actually be a great pickup for him. He just can't be effective in these fights because Glaive is going right for him and usually getting him and usually blowing him up instantly. The gold mine did go over to the side of Royal Club though, so it is going to be a 3,000 gold lead at 11 minutes in the game, so a pretty sizable lead here. We do have an infusion still on that Scarf, but it's a little bit less than half. Now Scarf is walking a little bit far forward here, past that halfway mark, not knowing where anybody on the side of Team Smurf is, but there are a lot of scout traps on the map by Team Smurf on the side of Team Smurf, but Royal Club doesn't have any vision at all except for on that gold mine. So kind of dangerous here trying to face check any of these bushes, but we do have flares on the side of Grass Crew, but he's going to face check this bush, and this might be a fight. Josh is going right in for Scarf, but the boots keeps him away. There's the Force of Core landing on two members of Team Smurf, and that's going to be a dead Fox again. The ultimate is going to take out a trending name. The last Spitfire does take him out as well. Finn is going to just go ahead and tank this turret. What are they focusing? Are they focusing Kroll? Are they focusing the turret? Looks like it was a little bit split, so they ended up getting neither one. The stun does land, but it's not going to do anything. There's no follow-up damage. Josh is trying to go in here, but he's going to get taken out, and that's going to be a clean ace for the side of Royal Club, and this is going to be the turret. And what's Royal Club going to do here? We have two members of Team Smurf already up, and 12 seconds. The afterburn does not land on the Vox. A nice job dashing away from that, keeping him alive. And looks like Royal Club is just going to go ahead and back off here, but there's only two turrets left for the side of Team Smurf, while Royal Club is sitting on all 5 of the turrets. A huge, huge lead, not only in the 5,000 gold, but also in the turret score of 3-0. Coming into the last game, Royal Club is poised to take this game and take the series. The minion mine does go down. Arden comes in with the gauntlet, but this might not be, this might be a little bit too ballsy. Iponia is getting very, very low. The fountain does get popped. Josh does get stunned up by Grass Coon, and Finn is just doing a great job zoning away that Kroll and peeling away from the Scarf. Scarf is getting pretty low on energy. There's the Force Accord. It's gonna land on the Kroll. WS Bowman is running away, but Trendy Name is gonna get taken out with that last Spitfire, and all of a sudden we have 3 versus 1. WS Bowman is the last member alive on the side of Team Smurf, and care package is going in. There's no energy left on WS Bowman, and he's gonna get taken out an inch away from his home base. That's gonna be 3-0, and what is Royal Club doing? They're going for the gold mine. Okay, interesting. They're going to be going for the gold mine. The death timers aren't too high now, I think. Now the Finn and Scarf were already out of position to go for another turret, and I think they wouldn't have made it in time if they tried to run for a turret. So they're just going to go ahead and back off, be happy with the immense gold payout, be happy with the gold they got from the kills, and look at that, we have 7,000 gold now for the side of Royal Club, and they're just getting that slight advantage little by little. And every fight that goes off, they're just getting a little bit more of an advantage, and a nice little snipe there by Care Package, stealing that CS. Not really stealing, technically that's his CS. But I wonder if Royal Club needs to, make a push on some of these turrets. If Team Smurf gets one good fight off, the Gold Mountains can completely swing the fight in the other direction, but we might not have to worry about that because we have 20 seconds until Kraken pops, and as soon as that Kraken pops, that's going to be a contested objective, and I think that Royal Club is going to be going right for that Kraken. I think they're actually waiting for this Kraken unless they can get a pick here. Kraken is about to spawn. 5 seconds now. Iponio is the only one sitting here. He's going to try to take out this minion mine by himself. I think that's pretty smart because it does buy time. And they're going to be going right for this Kraken. Finn is already... Nope, he's not. He's hanging out by the Kraken, but I think they're going to be going for this Kraken. The scout trap does get popped, which means Royal Club or Team Smurf knows that this Kraken is being taken. They are not going to contest it, though. They're just going to be happy taking the lane CS and clearing that wave. And this is going to be a free Kraken. Oh, hold that thought, though. Just as I say that, Josh is coming in, but it's not going to be... it's not going to be contested, and the Kraken does get taken. Royal Club is going to be able to take that Kraken. There are only 2 turrets left, and what is Team Smurf going to be able to do here? It's going to be a very, very hard defense. They're behind on infusions. They're behind on items. There's a Kraken. It's a 4v3. It's going to be a miraculous defense if it's going to be a defense at all. We do have both turrets up, though, so that's one thing that Royal Club, or Team Smurf has going for them. They can hope that some of that turret damage is going to keep them alive. There's the polite company. It's not going to do much. Iponio is going to stay at full health with that fortified health. Kraken is going to be knocking at the front door, and it's all the way at the turrets, and it's at completely full health. No chunk damage is coming down on this Kraken, and even if there's an ace for the side of Team Smurf, I think the Kraken is just going to be able to take this out by himself. The hook does not land. One turret goes down. Kraken is still at half health. All members of Royal Club are still at full health. The second turret is getting very, very low. The last hit goes down. The ultimate does come down, but it doesn't stun anybody. Care package goes on the outside. He's going to take out the Arden. The Vein Crystal is going to be the target. Iponio is going to get taken down, but it's not going to be enough. Care package is still at full health. He is chunking away at this Vein Crystal. The Kraken gets the last hit in, and that's going to be game number 3. Going over to the side of Royal Club, and that's going to be the game, and that's going to be the series 2-1 for the side of Royal Club. The first match of the day, I think, was pretty close overall. The first 2 games, maybe not so much. I think the first game was kind of rough for Royal Club, or was rough for Team Smurf. Royal Club dominated that first one, and I was afraid that we would have a one-sided series as again for the rest of the series. But game number 2 and game number 3 were just very, very close, especially game number 3, where I think Team Smurf actually had the advantage for most of the game until the very end there. On this, I think, Team Smurf just got outpicked. They just got outpicked. The Scarf, just so hard to deal with. The Scarf and the Glaive just so hard to deal with as a Krull and as a Vox. And Scarf just never really got too low in any of these fights. He only died once this entire game. He had the fortified health from his Finn. He had the peel from Glaive. He had his own goop. There were just so many ways for him to stay alive, and at the same time, Royal Club was just doing a great job fighting these choke points where Scarf couldn't get flanked by that Krull. Just no way to deal with this Krull overall. So a great third game coming in, but that is going to be 2-1 for Royal Club, and congratulations to them on his first one here.